For the day 1 exit pass, it says identify the domain and the range of each relation. Represent the relation with a mapping diagram. Is the relation a function? So for your domain, you are looking for your x values. So these are my x values here. I'm going to write that in set notation using the braces. So from least to greatest order, I would have -1, 0, and then 2, 3, and 5. And then we want to make sure we close that set notation. For the range, we're looking for the y values in your ordered pairs. That's that second number there. And then writing that from least to greatest, I would go with -1, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, then we want to write this into a mapping diagram. So this is our mapping diagram here. For your domain, you just list those numbers in order. And then we list the range as well. And then we go back to the ordered pairs to figure out how to draw our lines or our arrows. So at -1, that maps to 4. Also, you could say -1 goes with 4. So -1, we draw to 4. 0 goes to 1. 2 to 2. 3 to -1. And then 5 to 3. And ask us here, is this a function? And yes, it is a function. The reason being is that the x values did not repeat, therefore it is a function. It does not ask you to explain that in this problem though. In number 2, it asks us, is a relation a function? And use the vertical line test to determine if it's a function. So if I were to draw a vertical line on the graph, I see that the vertical line and the graph of the U-shape meets at one point. So far, yes, this is a function. Let's try another spot. So another vertical line, we only have one intersection point, so yes, we will say that this graph is a function. In number 3, we use the vertical line test again, and we see that the vertical line touches the circle or the graph at 2 points at the same time. So this is not a function. Okay. In number 4, we have 4 parts. It says state the domain and the range of the relation, then determine if it is a function, and explain your reasoning. So just like the notes, the first thing you're going to want to do is write down all your ordered pairs. And when I do that, I usually go from the left to right. That way they're in order. So I come to -2 first, and I see I have 2 points. So -2, 3. And I have -2, -5. Then I have 1, -1, 2, 3, and 6, 2. So for the domain, I identify my x values. Okay. So it looks like I have -2, -2, 1, 2, 6. In the notes, we discussed that you are not allowed to write repeating numbers. So I would write this -2 one time. Then 1, 2, and 6. Make sure I have my braces to show set notation. For the range, I have the y values. So that's going to be your second number in each ordered pair. I have -5, -1, 2, and I have 2 3s. So again, I just write it one time, close the set notation. It asks, is this a function? And the answer is no. And there are 2 ways you can know that. One, if I do the vertical line test, I see that right here, I have 2 points on the same line. So therefore, it does not pass the vertical line test. Secondly, when I wrote down my ordered pairs, I see that I have 2 -2s for my x. We also know that the x's cannot repeat. So when you explain this, you can pick. You can talk about the x values, or you can talk about the vertical line test. I'm going to simply put, it did not pass the vertical line test.